right, welcome back to another episode of Take a Wife, Mike. And today we're going to be talking about our next big purchase. What was our next big purchase? We teased it in the last episode.
So this was our most nerve-wracking decision.
Mm-hmm.
But since summertime, maybe, we were talking about what kind of house do we want to live in someday if we end up together.
If we keep dating. So when we started our relationship, I used to say IWKD, which stood for if we keep dating. So I'd be like, hey, IWKD, you should meet my grandma, or whatever.
Which was really annoying because you're like, wow, he's really like not sure about this because he wants to keep prefacing every potential commitment item with if we keep dating.
Exactly. But it all worked out and here we are.
We did keep dating.
Okay, so the first house we fell in love with was on Concord Avenue in Inver Grove Heights. It was a very, very old house. It's a large house.
Very big house.
But let's be real, we don't have like a ton of money. So we're like, we can't afford a big house. And then this big house presented itself. And
it was more inexpensive, but it had a lot of DIY things that would need it.
And we're like, hey, we could that'd be like we could be like Chip Gaines and
Joanna,
yeah. That's gonna be us. We're
like a blonde Joanna.
Except I'm not near as good at like
You'd probably
carpentry.
be good at demolishing things.
Yeah, exactly. Just knock over walls, break some windows.
I'm sure you'd be great at that.
I'd be like, I'm bored. I'm done.
But then we'd have to call up Chip to get anything else.
Yeah, or call up Godtown people to come help
yeah,
because
we're
Godtown
pretty good.
So we're like, hey, maybe Godtown people can help us.
Godtown people are very good at renovating houses.
So anyway, we reached out to a realtor friend. I've been friends with Jason Neuhaus since 2007, probably.
Mm-hmm. He was actually the first friend of yours I met.
Yep, on a drone shoot because I've done a couple drone shoots with Jason. Great realtor. Highly recommend him. His information is right here. Check it out.
He's awesome.
We showed him the house. We sent him the link. He's like, you guys really want that house? Concord Avenue is a very busy street, and that's a lot of work. So anyway, he's like, let's start the process of showing you guys some homes. And then an awesome house presented itself.
Yeah, I was just sitting looking at the emails Jason was sending us automatically, and there was a house in Hastings that, looked kind of good.
Mm-hmm. So we told Jason, we're like, we really, really like this house. It's more square footage than we thought we could afford.
It's a single house, no townhouse, no HOA fees.
1964 was the day it was built.
Yeah, and we saw it Thursday morning. We offered it Thursday night, and then
we found out Friday it was accepted.
Got accepted, and I was freaking out.
Mm-hmm. She was freaking out.
I also like when we saw the house and we saw another house in Inver Grove, and we're sitting eating Chinese food in your car that Jason bought us. Thanks, Jason. That was delicious.
Delicious.
And I was like, we're not even engaged yet. Did you talk to my father?
And I'm like, would it make you happier if I told you I hung out with your dad for like 2 hours last night and we had pizza together?
Oh, yeah, that does make me feel better.
And he approved. He gave me his blessing. That was the important part.
That was sweet.
All right, we're back in the car. Just clicked my heels. What did we do? We bought a house. We bought a house. We bought a house.
The basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's a rosy red color. We got some red shag carpet.
Red and black.
Red and black. The centerpiece of the room is an old stove fireplace. Mm-hmm. Also in the basement, there's a pool table. There's a large storage area. There's a den area that's going to kind of turn into, as the boys call it, the man cave. So
we're probably not going to do any big changes in the next year.
Exactly.
So,
and that's hashtag money.
Hashtag we need to make more money.
We need to make more money. If you want a drone photographer or videographer, if you want to support an urban missionary, that's our house. We filled you in on that. So
yeah, it's the bottom line.
Here's
the line.
Bottom line.
The bottom line.
I think that is plenty of information for this episode about our house, Bramer Manor, as we're kind of temporarily calling it. Maybe that's the name, maybe that's not.
It'll make it sound very distinguished, which is what we're going for.
Exactly. A house in the middle of the street. A house